We're playing.
All right, welcome back to another episode of the GTR podcast. I'm your host Daniel. It's been a minute. I got my co-host Alex right here. It's been a
What's
minute.
up? It has, in fact, been a minute. Uh,
Um, Ooh,
I just sent you a quick DM. Fucking read that. We'll go. Wow, that was quick for the first swear. Uh,
well, it's quick. A lot has happened. Happened since the last episode.
Sorry, I misspoke. I misspoke. There you go. Anyway,
Wait. Because we can intro it. You all playing Chris House at the four?
yeah,
Who gonna be your five? Don't say
Al
Al.
Horford probably.
Eating. Bam is eating. Bam is eating. Jimmy is eating. But
No, if Joel Embiid can do it, Bam
Joel
isn't.
is a fraud. You talking about Joel Embiid, who's a fraud? Um, he's on fraud watch every year. Every year in the playoffs,
And he still scores more than Bam in the playoffs.
and he
So
still can't get out the second round. Something Bam and he has done multiple times.
yeah, not being able to get out of the second round has nothing to do with that argument. It has nothing to do with the point I just made because while you booing me, I'm right. Um
Whoa. We can get into it when we get to the Heat. We can get into it when we talk about the Heat.
anyway,
You know
we
what?
have a lot to go over. Um by the way, y'all listening should be thanking me because I've got midterms right now. You are so lucky. It is current anyway. Today is I completely forgot how to do this. Today is the 10th of October, 2023. For you, it's the 11th because you're in Eastern. I'm still in the Midwest. Um. Anyway, just as a quick note, um, it once again it's been a while. Finally, stuff's happening again. We got preseason. I'm excited.
Basketball's back, baby. That's all it is. Basketball's back.
It's coming back.
Uh,
Um, what else we got? Just a quick note. I'm not a football person.
Go for
I
it.
the sport. I don't know. The sport's not necessarily for me completely, but man, college football is so much fun,
College football is different.
and
College
I'm.
football is different
But
atmosphere. Different.
it is insane. Also, just as a note, if we beat LSU, I would have spent 15 minutes on this pod talking about that.
That's cool. That's cool. I would have been. I would have let you cook. I would.
I
You've been to every home game, haven't you?
oh yeah,
Yeah, you've been to every home game.
and and I went to St. Louis. We
And you
played
went.
in St. Louis. Yeah,
Oh man.
and
Um.
and Mizzou basketball's recruiting has been insane. Shout out to uh, Dennis Gates, fellow Chicagoan, doing us proud. I'm saying doing us proud like he's not older than I am. Shut up. Um,
oh, you know
but
me.
yeah.
Say 5-0. We know what we do over here. We take care of business. We take care
Oh,
of
definitely.
business.
By the way, when I say I wouldn't have shut up, I wouldn't be saying Mizzou is winning the national championship because that's not happening. I'm not
Oh
that
no.
delusional.
Yeah. You're not delusional.
But that would have been well. The problem is also K State just lost to Oklahoma State, so that just really tanked our best win of the year.
Yep. Yep.
So now, what's our best win of the year? Like it's literally between Vandy and we did crush Vandy and Memphis.
Y'all killed Vandy.
Oh yeah,
What? Ooh.
Vandy's not good.
Like you said, crush like kind of disrespectful. Like, yeesh. It was that bad.
No, we won by 17. It was 30. It was 38-21, but it wasn't a close game.
What week did y'all play him?
Um, hmm?
What week did y'all play him?
2 weekends ago.
So third week, yeah.
It was
Yeah.
week 5. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, y'all sure
yeah.
did. Man.
Yeah. Oh wow. Uh, Back to basketball. Let's just cover the elephant in the room. Damian Lillard traded to the Milwaukee Bucks, and not much to say. Not much else to say other than wow. Um,
Nobody's seen that coming. Nobody's seen that
no,
coming.
God no.
Dame was supposed to be somewhere else, bro. Like, Dame's supposed to be over here in Miami, just chilling, championship. He don't want to win. I understand. I understand that he don't want to win. It's cool.
By the way, do you think? By the do you think Dame? Do you think Dame came up with that trade? No, he just said yes.
Oh, bro, you go to Miami, bro. You go to Miami. You already know what does Rusk? What does Milwaukee have that we don't?
A better trade package.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. But
I
like,
know I'm not wrong,
but like,
but what?
Miami,
That's what
bro. We're Miami. We got the better coach. We got the
you're.
better
You
coach.
think, dude?
We got the better
You're not
preseason.
trying to. Miami's job was not to convince Damian Lillard. Miami's job was to convince the Portland Trailblazers.
No, it was to convince Joe Cronin. I think his name is. We don't
Yeah,
like
Joe
we
Cronin.
we don't like the game. Let me tell you, the game. We don't like him. We don't like him. Ain't no way
Okay.
we missed out on. Ain't no way we missed out on Jrue Holiday and Damian Lillard, and then they went to
We'll
like
get on to we'll get on to Jrue a little bit later. But if you by chance live under a rock, we are literally the last people in the world to be covering this. But the Bucks got Dame. Uh, the Blazers, I do like their. I did. I thought the return was okay with this trade, but then
once the
once the Jrue,
once
once
the
the Jrue trade happened, I'm like, okay, that was a fantastic. They did a really really good job here.
yeah,
Um, they got DeAndre Ayton, Tumani Kamara. He's got to be a rookie, right?
I
I
think
think that was.
rookie. Yeah,
I think that was the guy that the Suns drafted in the second round. Because I know that I remember they traded for a pick, but I don't remember. Um, if not, all right. They got Jrue, of course, 2029 first via the Bucks, which that could very well be a good pick, and pick swaps in 2028 and 2030. Um, and then the Suns, of course, get Grayson Allen, Keon Johnson, Nasir Little, and Yusuf Nurkic.
which gives
Let's
them
go over this.
which gives them a bench, which is really good.
Yeah, let's go over this for each team, starting with the Bucks, which we kind of already went over. But I just think the Bucks, yeah, they did kind of kill their depth, but their depth wasn't that good in the first place. Let's be real.
They get an A. Yes, they killed their depth, if you want to say that. And they killed their perimeter defense, if you want to say that. Damian Lillard doesn't matter. Damian Lillard
Yeah,
covers all. He covers
did he's
he covers all that. He covers the depth because of the scoring punch he can do with him and Giannis. And if you complain about if you complain about defense and saying, well, they lost Jrue Holiday, who's a really good defender. Jrue Holiday is a good defender, great defender. Of course he is. He's not putting up the output of Dame at all on offense.
no.
At all.
There's a reason. There's a reason why Trae Young generally is valued higher than Jrue Holiday. That's because great offense beats great defense.
Yep, and then not to mention Dame and Giannis, who can stop the pick and roll. I know who can stop the pick and roll, but
You're thinking you can, but you're not. I
but
think
anyways,
like
they
no
can't
one
stop
is
the
stopping that pick and roll.
stopping somebody who can pull from 40, and then a roller like Giannis who can run and
And
dunk,
then Giannis, who
run and dunks everywhere.
literally is running dunk man.
Like it's unfair. It's unfair. You're gonna give up
It
9
is
points a
really
game
not.
to Dame, or are you gonna just let Giannis just dunk on you in the paint? So, and then not to mention, you still got Chris Middleton on the wing, so that's
Yeah,
the thing to worry about. Like
yeah. You
it's a
still got Chris Middleton. You still got Brooke Lopez, and then they are gonna have to play either Pat Connaughton, Jay Crowder. Um, I
Bobby.
think they take Jay Crowder off the bench. Bobby's also coming off the bench. I'm thinking of who's playing the two because I don't think Chris Middleton, especially coming off those injuries, I don't think he can play the two anymore. Um,
But
I
that
don't think he'll be able to.
that team is people's that team is people's championship favorite. Um, um,
You're a little confident, and I don't mind,
like
but I don't. I'm
it just
not.
it just hurts. I'm not done grieving over it because like it was a lot. Like it was a lot because like he was supposed
That
to come back.
hurt.
Supposed to come
That
back.
hurt y'all.
And you know what sucks? I got that information when my phone died. So I waited all day. I waited all day. I was in class. My phone died, so nobody told me nothing. Yesterday it was rumors that it would get done the next day. I'm like, sweet, he going to Miami, whatever. My phone died while I was in class. Listen, my phone died while I was in class. I'm like, nobody tell me anything, bro. I go charge my phone up, and you know how on the iPhone your notifications pop up. The first notification that was ESPN Damian Lillard has been traded. I'm like, yeah, we got him. The next notification, Damian Lillard has been traded to the Bucks. I'm like, oh man, oh,
Dude,
I was hurt. Hurt.
dude, I had just woken up. I'm like doing my scrolls through my texts and whatnot. And then I just get the Twitter notification from Shams because I only have Shams notifications on, not Woj. I think I might have both of them on again. I don't remember. Point being, now I had both of them on again. I got tweets from it was um it was Woj who was first, and I'm just like, oh my god. Um, it is just really, and also just as a note, it was kind of clear as day that Jrue was going to be involved. Unfortunately, because I think the better trade would have been. I don't know how this contract exactly would have worked. Would have been, but it would have been trading Chris Middleton because, in my opinion, it's more of a question mark. But that would have been better for the Bucks, and I'm sure they probably did offer that. Whatever. Point being, that's the only possible way the Bucks could have done better. They really just they went all in, and it's not a risky all in like Boston did, but we'll get onto that. It's a very much a
When
yeah.
and
This is wow.
who benefits off of it is Chris Middleton because he doesn't have to be the number one scoring guy on the perimeter.
Number one shot creator.
No,
That's
he
what I
doesn't have
like
to
to
be
say.
number one shot creator. He'll be in that role of secondary shot creator, third primary scorer.
Yeah,
It's just
which
it's so
is
beautiful. It's so beautiful for them.
yeah,
Um, it just hurts
and
seeing
I
him.
think that was fantastic, and I think also I keep saying I think um that's also a big reason why their offense was so clunky was because their best shot creator was Chris Middleton.
Mm-hmm.
And when he was out, it was Jrue Holiday. So, yes, we keep talking about how he did stink it up in the playoffs. That's also because he was the only shot creator on the floor for them. So, when he's your best shot creator, he's things aren't going to go all that well.
If he's not making shots, things are going to go crazy well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um.
So, uh, for the Blazers, at the time, I thought they could have gotten a little bit more, but at the same time, it's like this saga has been going on for months. So, eh.
And
I like
go ahead. Go ahead.
I like DeAndre Ayton. I really do. I think he's going to be able to expand his role. Good pick and roll big, which is great for a high pick and roll with Anthony Simons, and just a pick and roll in general, or pick and pop, because I think he can expand to three. He's shown flashes of being able to shoot the three ball.
I think it's a little bit
But
shaky, but
he only shoots, if I'm not wrong, I think he only shoots like one a game. Let me pull up basketball reference. I butchered the hell out of that. Um,
good. But while you looking
DeAndre.
um, and Blazers did what they wanted to do. They went to get a good package in return for him. And they
Okay,
also didn't trade him to Miami.
he's yeah. That was the other thing. Um, so we only shot where's that 3 point percent? 29.2% from three, but that's on 0.4 attempts per game, so that's nothing. If I pull up cleaning the glass, if I pull up cleaning the glass, see, get here. Um, I brother, yeah, let me log in. Um,
But yeah, they got a good package. While you looking at them, they did get a good package back. They got they got they got a center, a rebuilding center who can fit Scoot's timeline and Shannon Sharp's
yeah,
timeline. Their team
yeah.
is really good. I was watching some preseason before we got on the pod, and like that lineup is really solid actually for a rebuilding team.
Mm-hmm.
Scoot, Simons, Matisse Thybulle as that three, so they got a lockdown next to
That's
him.
that is very interesting. I think they can pull some stuff.
They
Let
won't be as
me
bad as
just,
people think they will. With Jeremy Grant and then Ayton at the five. That's a really good lineup actually, a really competitive lineup, and it'll be fun to watch. You still got Shannon Sharp coming off the bench,
yeah.
and
Um,
different rotations that you can use. It's really good actually.
yeah. What? Check out the stats. There we go. Um, and once again, DeAndre Ayton will be able to finally get the. He'll finally be able to get the role that he wanted.
Yeah.
Let's just go shooting accuracy.
My foot fell asleep. That's why I'm like
Yeah.
this. My foot just fell asleep.
You're good. From short mid range, he shot 48%, which is in the 67th percentile. From long mid range, which is uh, between 14 feet and inside the 3 point line, he also shot 48%. So that is still like a bit of floor spacing. So I don't think it's going to be bad. Like he can hit middies.
Right.
Uh,
He's a
that's
good
my main point.
he's a good mid range shooter,
Yeah,
and he's an all right dude. He's an all
and
right dude.
he, yeah, and he shoots. I'm. He shoots a lot of his shots from mid range. 57% of them are from mid range.
Yeah.
So,
How many post ups does he get by any chance? You know,
post ups, I can look that frequency. Post ups or how often does he shoot at the rim?
how many post ups? Just frequency of post
I
ups.
I can I can look for that. Shot chart. Yeah, it's nothing's really gonna reach usage. Points per shot, top to 6%, just to usage, turnover. Yeah, it's not really. I'll be able to get better with cleaning the glass, but for the time being, For the time being, I'm not great at it. I'll be real. Uh, I I need to learn, but he'll get more post touches. I don't know how many more, but he'll get more.
I just wanted to see how much he got in Phoenix. That's all. Um, but
Yeah,
but that trade was really well for
yeah.
everybody involved.
And then yeah, and then for the Suns, Grayson Allen, Keon Johnson, Nasir Little, Yusuf Nurkic. Now, Yusuf Nurkic, I don't like all that much for him because he is quite literally one of the most inefficient scorers at the rim.
That's true, but like he it had to happen. At a certain point, Aiden had to be out of there. They got involved just because they get a brand new center. Doesn't mess up the chemistry. It doesn't like
Yeah,
hinder the chemistry on the court. One thing he does bring really well is his like playmaking out of the high post, low post.
yeah. With their, and that was I was talking with my brother about this because we got into a little bit of an argument, not an argument, but like we were talking about like
Yeah,
he's like I think Nurkic is really really good for them. I'm like I think it's fine. I'll just put this out there. I think it's fine.
right.
Good passer. He's a good passer, which will help, especially because they don't really have a true point guard or really just facilitator, which is fine. I think you can absolutely live with that
Yeah, and Devin Booker.
if you have enough playmaking to go all around. I think that's fine. And Nurkic fits that well. But the problem is they need defense and a play finisher. Nurkic is fine on defense, but as a as a play finisher, he's genuinely one of the most um he is genuinely one of the most inefficient shooters
Just play
at the
for
rim in the play finishers, yeah. Like at the rim, he shot 63%, which is in the 22nd percentile among NBA bigs.
you too close to the camera. Back up a little bit.
My bad. Yeah, I'm on my phone because my Zoom wasn't working on my laptop.
Makes sense. One thing I can say about Nurkic is the defense is going to be shaky. I didn't like his
Yeah,
trade really because of this is what teams forget about, and not teams forget about, but like a lot of people don't understand. And I hear this more often than you think. His defense is all right, but like people say his defense is all right because their offense can carry. That's true, but not necessarily right. You can't have your last line of defense be use of Nurkic unless you have a good help or like a great help defender or something like that, and they don't have that. You don't have a
not really, no. Defensively, they're really going to struggle because
they're
they're.
shaky. They're super shaky defensively. Um,
Mhm.
they try to do, and I'm gonna say that they try to do what the Nuggets are doing, but they don't have an Aaron Gordon or a KCP to cover up the shaky defense that they're gonna have. Um, and with that, I just see a lot of you're gonna see a lot of backdoors get killed, like a lot of backdoors this season from there. You're gonna see a lot of backdoors, and you're gonna see a lot of head hunting for the use of Nurkic
Definitely.
in every set, in every
Definitely. And their backup center is, if I remember,
bowl
who's their,
bowl is
he's
the
not,
back.
he can't play center.
But
It's not Jock Landale. He's in Houston now. Um, oh my God. Oh my
bowl,
God. What's his name? Not Bol Bol.
uh,
Bismack Biyam. Whoa.
do you really want that as your backup center?
No, God, no. Well, no. Okay, as a backup center, yeah, sure. I don't care. But I don't know Knicks
Let me see how
Suns centers. I should be able to know.
they got Drew Eubanks and they got Chizzy. No,
That's who I'm. Drew Eubanks and
Metu, Chizzy Metu.
no,
Right, right.
because I knew they got okay. Yeah, it was Drew Eubanks. That's who I was forgetting. Because I was just sitting there like, when Nurkic gets injured, and he will, believe me, um, their next best, I, it is probably Chimezi Metu, I guess. I
Yeah,
don't know,
more
man.
more than a
It's
five.
not a good
Right. Like he's more of a four than a five, and then like you got I, I don't know
Drew
like
Eubanks, I guess.
um I know Frank Vogel was talking about playing KD at center at some points, which is cool because
You
like
could do small ball five lineup there. I wouldn't hate that.
because
I'm just thinking like, what? I just think that is their defense is going to struggle, and that's fine when you have three absolutely fantastic scores. But I don't know. We'll have to see how this figures out.
I'll
I'm
say this:
very interested in the
if you
Suns.
put KD
I
at the
like them more than the. I like this roster more than last year's.
mm-hmm. I'm listening.
Yeah, I like this roster more than last year's, but there's still just that the center gap is bad.
Is a problem. I can say this though: if you put KD at the five, things get interesting because now if you put Chemezi Metu there and you run like if you run like a let's say Bradley Beal, Devin Booker, Josh Okogie, Chezi Metu, and Kevin Durant, now you kind of
You put Yuta Watanabe there because putting
or one
Chimezi
another.
Metu, yeah,
Right.
because putting Chimezi Metu there like kind of defeats the purpose.
Not really because he
Um,
can shoot the ball really well. He can shoot, he can be a corner catch and shoot guy if it comes down to it.
just
And
put
still play
down,
center.
but then put Yuta Watanabe on the court.
Watanabe will get killed on defense.
So would Metu.
Metu is not getting
Metu's a, sorry, Metu's a better paint defender.
yeah.
The point of putting KD at the point of putting KD at the five would be just to have full on shooting, forget defense
I don't want to say
a little
forget
bit,
because if you have
but
Josh
like you
and
can sacrifice it.
right,
You're gonna put Watanabe on.
if you have Josh Okogie in and you have uh Metu in, now you still have some defense. You still want
Yeah,
somebody.
but then it's still probably technically KD at the four, Metu at the five, whatever.
Right.
Um, but I feel like they do watch it. They do Beal, Booker, Okogie. I'm glad they were able to. Glad for them that they were able to hold on to Josh Okogie because I think he once again he's a fantastic player.
Yeah,
Um,
he's the only real defender that I trust on the perimeter.
yeah,
So, good
no,
pickup.
definitely.
Good
And
keep.
as much as Devin Booker has improved on the defensive end, I still don't think him being your
You'll still hunt out Devin Booker. That's what we're saying. You'll still hunt out Devin Booker if you need to. Like
you'll hunt a Beal first, but yeah, I don't think it's bad. I,
you,
but I don't think so. I don't think it's great. Um, but yeah,
I
any
just
other thoughts?
no. That's about it. You know my thoughts about how man this day and trade really just
Yeah.
it is what
And then not long after, we did get the Jrue Holiday trade, which to Boston, which obviously I'm excited about. I'm a big fan of Jrue Holiday, but
Yep. Yep. Talk
I'll
about
be
it. Talk about it. Talk about it.
I'll be for real. I'll be for real. That it hurt. It took me a second because it hurt. I love Robert Williams, man. Um, I hope he gets redirected to a place where he can succeed because I don't think he's him and Nathan cannot play at the same time, and he's way too good to be a bench player. So I hope he gets rerouted. They can
They're
get some
saying they're gonna keep
fantastic.
they're saying they're gonna keep Robert Williams over there and have DeAndre Ayton play some four and Robert at the five. Which if DeAndre Ayton becomes the stretch or the typical like if he becomes a big who can hit from mid range, then you got something going. He got a little bit,
Well,
not much.
he can already hit from mid range. He's going to need to extend that out to three,
Yeah,
especially if Scoot Henderson's on the court, at least early on in his career.
yeah, exactly.
Um, I'm really excited for this Blazers team. I think they're going to be a really fun watch. Um, I also absolutely love Scoot Henderson, which I think I've talked about him a bunch on the pod, but just like how much I love his game. Um, but yeah, it's
Tell them how does it improve your team, or what do you see better about this trade for your team in the long run?
well, we've got another shot creator slash ball handler, which is really helpful because it's after the Porzingis trade. That was something I was really thinking about because as much as I love Derek White, I don't like him being the lead point guard, I guess. Because I'm assuming we'd still have Brogdon off the what was the line? Yeah, we'd still have had Brogdon off the bench for understandable reasons, but also Brogdon one wanted to be moved because he was in the original Porzingis trade that fell through, and he was mad at the front office, which I don't blame him for. Two, he had some injury issues, like recovering from the injuries, so that tanked his value a lot. So I don't mind that. And then obviously losing Time Lord really hurt. Um, Once again, all the best to him. He's been amazing for us. That once again, God, I can't put into words. That hurt. Um, but what is making me feel slightly better is that um, he is an injury prone player. Let's be real. He doesn't play all that much. So, and it's been the case for the past several years. So I'm just wondering, like, not wondering, but I don't mind losing him because he wasn't going to play in half the games anyway, most likely, just because that is how injury prone he is. I say that with love because you're muted.
Yeah, I know. I'm letting you talk. That's just crazy saying half of the games. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
he's
Go ahead.
so, and there was
Um,
also a little on the defensive end, there was also a little bit of redundancy that we could afford to sacrifice with him and Porzingis.
huh? What?
Defensive as a weak side shot blocker. I'm not saying Porzingis is as good as Robert Williams. I'm not. That in no way, shape, or form. That's a bad take.
Oh,
But
okay.
Porzingis gets blocks. Porzingis can be a weak side shot blocker.
Yes, he can. But you know what's good about Rob Williams? He could be a perimeter. If he gets rushed on the perimeter, you trust him. You trust him. He could
Now
be a
the
great.
problem is the problem is not with the knee anymore.
You still can
With
trust
that
him.
with
You
that
still can
knee,
trust him.
sure, I
And
guess, but
also, he's a better recovery shot blocker. Like when this comes
definitely,
to recovering, he's better at recovering. He's a better rim protector. He's a better help side defender. He's a better defender. I don't think that. I think you were saying that
definitely. But there
Porzingis.
was a little bit of redundant. I'm not saying he can kind of not completely fill that role, but he could play to maybe 60%, 60, 70% of what Robert Williams did. And it won't kill us. And our perimeter deep, we just got the best guard defender in the league. Marcus, I love you, but part of what helped him fit in as well as he did was that he could just guard guys who were half a foot taller than him really well. Um,
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know.
Um,
Once
my
again, we
thoughts.
also got another. Sorry,
Go ahead.
and once again, we got a ball handler, shot creator, and what also helps put me at ease a little bit is that part of why I think he was so inefficient was because second he was the second scorer on that team to Giannis. For us, he's going to be fourth, third or fourth. You got Tatum, Brown, Porzingis. Porzingis and him, obviously, if Porzingis is out, then he's third. But I'm still comfortable with that. I'm still really comfortable with that. And especially if he's the fourth option once again, I'm so comfortable with that.
I agree.
And obviously, he brings the defense and ball handling that we did lose with Marcus Smart.
I agree. There's a couple
Anyway,
things I
give me
do
your
want to say.
thoughts.
There's a couple things I do want to say. The trade was really, again, it hurt me because Heat Nation. But keep it on Boston. We go keep it on Boston. Love the trade. Love the trade. Robert Williams is good. I praise Robert Williams. I love defense. I really love defense, and I kind of took a negative shot when you said Porzingis can like that was kind of I kind of went back on that with a little bit of
Yeah, I know,
thing.
I get it.
But Tom Lord, like you said, it's he has to play, and if he's not playing, then there's no defense, so it doesn't matter. You gave him Malcolm Brogdon, but he wanted out anyway, so it didn't matter. That part didn't matter.
He wanted out, and his value wasn't very high, apparently.
Yeah, he wanted out, and I ain't gonna say his value wasn't high. That's a
according to
office.
It's
that's
according
a to
thing. Not ours. Ours didn't say that. Others did because of his issues with recovery because he had a ligament.
That's still a front office thing though, because like
yeah,
if I'm an other front office and I say their trade value is not high, that means I just want to lowball you. That's a front office thing. Here we go. Where do I start? I feel like this is a make or break season for you guys.
1,000,000%.
And it's crazy to say that though, because you still got Tatum, and as much as I Tatum for all watching stuff about Tatum, Tatum is still him. Tatum is him. But this is really really make or break year for y'all. I don't think people realize, like, if y'all don't win this year, and that's hard to do because you still got talented teams out here. If y'all don't win this year, y'all have to do a lot of decisions. Y'all just gave Jaylen Brown that contract. You got to re-sign Tatum. I don't know what you're gonna do with all that money. Porzingis is gonna be a problem because he's got to get he got money coming up, and then you still got to.
He's got 36 mil this year, and then 30, then 30.
30. I don't know how much is Brown getting paid. What, 40, north of 40?
Enough, but it's a certain percentage of this. Well, you got to look at supermaxes. You got to look at it as a percentage of the salary cap, not just the number.
And I wish they'll tell you more about the percentage of the salary cap when it comes to contracts instead of just saying how much they got paid. But even then, when it's percentage of the salary cap, that's still 30 million to Porzingis, 30 plus to Jaylen Brown. Then you'll have to re-sign Tatum, and then you're still paying at least, I think Jrue Holiday contract is 20.
Jrue's at 34 or something this year, but he's gonna be a free agent. I think this year we're over the second apron.
Right.
Just as you know, but that's just this year. Next year, I think we're gonna be able to trim down on some money, whether it's Jrue Holiday, and especially I don't think he's gonna ask for as much because his role is gonna be less.
It's not about. I ain't gonna say that because his value is still a lot in the open.
Oh no, definitely, definitely. But it's not like we're gonna be having to pay him a max. He's gonna be 35. I don't think he's gonna be 34 or 35. I don't think so.
He's still gonna warrant 27, 28 mil.
Oh yeah, definitely. And we're gonna be willing to pay him that.
Will y'all have enough money to pay him that? To be comfortable to still have a bench? Like, still have at least 3 guys coming off the bench. Maybe 2.
Because
you still got.
I'm trying to remember how our contracts look. Because Derek White's still under contract.
Right. You still got to pay Tatum this upcoming year.
Yeah, which is only going to go up 10 or so mil a year. Not going to add that much. We'll say you subtract 5 a year from Jrue. That's plus 5. The cap's going to take another hit. Also, you subtract 6 from Porzingis' money. But then you're got to also
Like,
add the little bit
ain't
for,
Tatum looking at a supermax?
yeah.
Isn't-
I mean,
like that's a lot.
Tatum's going to be a super. He's making 33 next year. He's probably going to make 43. I know.
It's over what?
I'm just telling you how the.
Your
I'm
two
telling
first-
you. I'm telling you, we'll be able to. We should be able to re-sign Jrue Holiday if we need to.
I don't know about that one. That one I don't know.
But if depth proves to kill us, we might not, and that's honestly a risk I'm willing to take this year.
right, because you have a chance to get a championship this year. Because people don't want to say it, but you have a chance to get a championship, and anytime you get a chance to get a championship, you go for it. You don't care about your salary; you'll figure that out in the future if you win a championship.
Exactly.
But this is a make or break year. What I like about this trade, you get a third ball handler. No, you get a not third ball handler. You get a primary / secondary ball handler. You have somebody who can defend elite at an elite level. Tatum's still the best ball handler on your team. It's not.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, but he's not going to be Tatum's. I don't like the. I don't. I'm glad we're not going to have to play Tatum at point guard. Essentially,
I like that actually. Like the point forward role for Tatum, I really like that. Just because like
I have opinions.
I like it, and I feel like people don't like it because people say the decision making. I'm so sorry that other people, when he gets trapped in certain sets, that other people can't make the right play. So
That's yeah, and that was less of my issue. My issue was more last season specifically that his pull-up three numbers dropped so much, and he was. I don't mind that he was still taking them. I just like there to be less of him, and the way to less of them, and the way to lessen that was to have him handle the ball less. If his pull-up threes go back up, then we take that and run with it.
that's not my problem. Even though it dropped, that's not my problem with Tatum. My problem with Tatum is, is Tatum with the ball in his hands, and this is why I wanted him to be at more point. And this is gonna sound crazy, but like I know he's not good from mid range. He's not good from mid range. Oh my god, if he could develop or like just show some mid range relevancy.
Mm-hmm. And he
Like
part of why he scored so much last year, like he was so much he this part of why last year he put up his highest point total in his career was because he cut a lot of mid-range shots out of his shot diet and put them into threes and shots at the rim. So he's taking the same amount of shots, just less from mid-range. So I would say which is fine, but then you got to balance that gravity that you. I know we're using big words here, and I sound like your average Steph stan, but it is true. And then also, what I do like is that we've got a real post playmaker in Porzingis now, so we can play. Tatum's great spotting up, so I want to see us set up more stuff for him like that. I really hope we do. We did a little bit of it with Marcus Smart, but then having an interior interior playmaker will just create even more opportunity.
But it's really nothing bad you can say about the deal. I just feel like this is like,
I guess 2 picks is steep.
That's not
but
really not really
the next 1 pick's Golden State's for next year and next, so that's not going to be that high of a pick, most likely. And also, next year's draft class isn't that deep.
Right. Next year's draft class isn't that deep, and y'all are going to be super good, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. And then what was it? 2020, 2029?
Y'all are going to be
Who knows? Who knows? I hope so.
You're going to have Tatum still locked up. You're fine. It's not as much things I can promise. You will still be fringe playoff team with Tatum, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Worst case scenario, we're probably losing a late lottery pick. Absolute worst case scenario, most likely.
Right. So you take that deal. It's not that many good things. It's not that many bad things about it. But the one bad thing you can say, no, it's not that many. It's not that many things you can say about it. About that trade, it's really good. Improves the team when it comes to defense, point of attack, playmaking, creation.
Yeah.
It improves the team. But I feel like, and I'm staying on this. If y'all don't win it this year, y'all are not going to win it. If it's not
This year, I guess next year, depending on what kind of roster we're going to be able to get. But we're not looking at next year. We shouldn't be.
right.
The only reason why we could look at next year is because that's Giannis and Dame 1 year older, and same with Brook Lopez. But that's and Chris Middleton. That's the Bucks' one flaw, that their core is still old.
1 year Dame is no different from this year, next year, or
no, definitely. Yeah, more Middleton. That's what I'm talking about. More Middleton and Brook. Anyway, we didn't really talk about the front court depth for Boston, which is a struggle.
I was going to go in there. I was going to go to that.
Okay, thank you. I was wondering when you were going to bring it up.
Yeah, because I was going to bring it up because of what I said off the pod. Al Horford, y'all front court is cooked. And I'll say cooked in the nicest way possible. Al Horford, he not moving me. And like as good as the defender that Porzingis is, as being a weak side, and like if he's your rim, you can get away with it sometimes because people undervalue how good he is as a rim protector, but people also overvalue of he's 7'3", so he can punch anything in the rim. No, that's not true.
No.
But like he's a solid defender. He's legit the definition of mid as a rim protector, and like he's not going to be the best one, but he's not the worst one. Like he's right in the middle.
He can do it, and I think Al Horford, age hasn't really. It's forced him to change his game, but
he looks dog shit. If it's not a catch and shoot three, he's dog shit. Respectfully.
What else do we need from him? We need him to be 200. We need him to be 275 pounds, or 260, 270, somewhere around there. We need him to be 260 pounds. We need him to shoot threes.
You still need rebounding somewhere. You still need a.
That is true.
Oh man, like, because teams are going to bring Porzingis out, or actually pick your poison. If I put in a pick and roll and just hunt, because teams hunt a lot, and for Boston it's kind of harder to hunt because of the perimeter guys they have, and Jrue, Tatum, and Brown. But you still will be able to find, or switch out Al Horford or
Porzingis
perimeter.
And I think come playoff time, there is a chance we end up putting, depending on the matchup, Porzingis at the 5, Tatum at the 4, and then we start Derek White and Jrue Holiday, that defensive lineup sounds terrifying.
That will be the lineup I will always run. For me, that will be the closing when it's fourth quarter. That's the only lineup I want to see.
Definitely. The only thing, we just don't want Porzingis to get injured. I think that's why we're going to run a lot of.
Exactly.
That's why we're going to run a lot of Horford this year.
Exactly.
For the regular season.
Yeah, exactly. You don't want Al Horford. You don't want Porzingis to get injured. And Porzingis has been relatively healthy for the past 3 years. He's been relatively healthy. But I just don't trust. I do not trust either your bigs when they go against a physical big or a big with like IQ. I don't trust them when you go against Bam. I don't trust them going against Giannis or Brook Lopez. I don't trust him going against Embiid, even though he's on fraud watch for me.
Embiid,
or even Pascal.
Embiid will be Pascal. I think that's actually like kind of the perfect matchup for Porzingis. He's one of the
Pascal. Porzingis, he's getting worn down by Pascal.
Also, can we just point out that the Raptors can't shoot the basketball?
We don't care
Can,
what the
can
We're just talking about the player Pascal.
Yeah, I know what you're talking.
Yeah, I know.
If he gets traded, yeah, I'll worry about him. But they're playing some sort of will we, won't we,
Pascal,
and we probably won't be. And they're really annoying me. Pascal to the Heat. Well, hello there. That's a thought.
You will not, if Pascal goes. This won't happen. But Pascal goes to the Heat. I'm talking my shit.
Definitely. I'm trying to think of what a package would look like.
Don't even do that. It's a long.
And I don't know because it would have to be. We'd probably have to get Tyler Hero involved, but good luck getting him involved because they did just draft Brady Dick, so I feel like it's a little bit redundant there. But I guess you can do it. They also have Gary Trent. I don't know. I think they'd still take. You're on gaming assets, whatever.
But yeah, the front court is a lot of things. The rebounding, the interior defense to an extent, the switchability when they both play, and then it's for me it's shaky. I'm not going to write it off as it won't work because again, people undervalue how good Porzingis is as being a weak side defender, shot blocker, and he's not bad. He's not great. Again, he's not top tier. He's not bad. So it can work.
Not bad at all.
It can work. Definitely, I like the sets where Tatum is the 4 and Porzingis is at the 5, and then you got Derek White.
I personally have. Well, not personally. I've historically hated Tatum at the 4 lineups, but I think this is the year where we gotta try him, and
that would be the best lineup y'all can ever throw out.
I think so at this point too,
because Derek White is a good shot blocking guard in general, So his anticipation and his upside defense and his on opponent attack is amazing for Derek White. So now you have to worry. At that point, you can't hunt out anybody. It's all you have to check him. You can't hunt out anybody in that lineup, which is the idea of having that lineup up. You can't.
Yeah, it's especially come playoff time.
Right. You can't as much as you can't hunt out anybody in that lineup. But I'm not
anyway.
Much.
Yeah. I'll be blunt. Part of me, I know we're supposed to talk about preseason, but I want to watch more of it.
Yeah.
More preseason. And then we'll be able to come to more quote-unquote conclusions.
Preseason for me, I've watched all the games, but I didn't really watch the
I've
game.
not.
I watched my team because it's my team. And my rookie is him. My rookie, Asar Thompson, is him. Jaden Ivey is him. Kate Cunningham, him. My team, Killian Hayes, him.
Killian showed up.
Him.
I'm intrigued. Killian Hayes might fool us all again.
No, he's not. He's not fooling.
I'm joking. He might be. My point is, he might fool us into thinking he's a good basketball player again. He's got me back on the ropes.
Listen. We were down 24 points. Oh, and by the way, wait, before I say this, Wiseman is the worst center I've ever seen. Bagley, you're him. Bagley off the bench, you're him. Wiseman, you're trash.
What have I been saying, man?
No, I understand that, but this is for anybody who thinks Wiseman has talent in the world. No, zero.
He's got physical tools. That's where it starts and ends.
Man,
for the love of
it starts there. But my team were down 24 in the first quarter. In the first quarter, going into the second, whatever you want to say, around that first and second quarter. Hey, Killian, Marvin Bagley, and Asar came in. We were cooking. Then Jaden Ivey and Kane came back in, cooking. I just love my team. We walked them down, overtime shot, Asar Thompson in the corner 3, bucket, overtime. It was perfect cinema, brother. It was perfect.
Yeah.
I was enjoying it.
It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a fun season. For us, my only conclusion, I've got 2 conclusions I'm gonna draw. One is Porzingis' fit looks awesome. Porzingis does look really good. And the other one is I'm gonna go to Twitter because I saw a tweet and I all right.
And we'll
Let
talk
me
about preseason in the next episode.
yeah, let me just find this one tweet.
Go
I
ahead.
need to
But
because it's from Sunday night.
okay.
Uh if I search,
One thing I can say about this preseason is every game looks fun. Every game looks fun. It's not a game that I didn't see today, or I didn't jump in.
yeah.
Every game has been fun this preseason.
Yeah. So last night was Monday night. Yes. Which
Well,
means it's first team alt. So yeah, that's Monday night. So where's the October 8th? There we go. Okay, I should be getting near it. Should.
what are you looking for?
I'm looking for a freaking tweet.
Okay. But every game has been closer when into overtime this preseason. Sunday when it started, Sunday when preseason, actually Thursday preseason started, but like we really didn't care until Sunday. Sunday Suns and Pistons overtime. Bucks only won by 3. Celtics won by 8. Grizzlies went into overtime against the Pacers. Clippers and Jazz was close. Raptors was the biggest blowout, if you want to say blowout, and that was only by 11 points. Sorry, 13 points. I'm sorry about that. 13 points. And then Monday, the Knicks versus Celtics. Knicks won by 7. Thunder and Spurs. Oh my God. Oh, that was sentimental.
Yeah, I did watch
Victor
that.
and
That
Chet.
was
Victor and Chet. Oh man, they both look good. They both look so good.
insane.
That's what we were watching. That game is the future of the NBA.
That game was amazing.
Brooklyn and Lakers was something great too. Saw Ben
I
Simmons play
didn't
for
watch
the first
that
time.
one.
Saw Ben Simmons play for the first time. That was really good. Cam Thomas was going off a little bit. Mikal Bridges and Spencer Dinwiddie looked like they were just good. Nick Claxton looked like Nick Claxton still looks good defensively. And D'Angelo Russell and Austin Reeves just couldn't miss. That's the definition for the Lakers. AD looks solid. He's hitting threes now this preseason. And Taurean Prince, that fit just looks good over there. You can see them going to a championship, depending on how everything play out for LA.
Yeah. All right, hold up. I'm still here. I'm trying to search. I'm just searching for tweets now.
You good? And then for today games that I watched the Cavs and Hornets. No, sorry, not Cavs and Hornets. Cleveland and the Hawks. That game was really good. Came down to the wire. The Hawks came back on a 13-5 win, I think, in the fourth quarter with 3 minutes. Then the Heat and Hornets came back too. That was great. As a Heat fan, we won that game. Saw Tyler Hero.
I didn't watch it. Well, I did watch a little bit of it, but I just saw a tweet.
There's a lot of games that was, if you plan on watching basketball games or whatever, rewatching anything, the Heat and the Hornets was really good. The Hawks and Cavs was good.
Okay, there it is. Okay, I found the tweet.
Go ahead.
For my 2 takeaways from our first game. I didn't watch the second game because everyone got stat against the Knicks. I don't even know if we won or lost. I have no idea. Okay, whatever. We didn't play anyone. So Peyton Pritchard is first team all. You'd be wrecking the league if you weren't shorter than a Pac-Man machine. Why'd you do the Kawhi laugh? You straight up did the Kawhi laugh.
That was just natural.
Yeah, it just comes naturally to me. Oh my God.
No, like dead serious.
I'm fucking. I'm
No,
fucking with you.
it's natural.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
but,
It's
yeah,
right.
if you rewatch preseason, and we can wrap it up here for the most part, because
Yeah. We'll next week we'll do one, and actually next week because my midterms will be done, so hopefully I have more time in my day and we'll have more stuff to talk about.
yeah, and my midterms will be done by this week, so we're good.
All right.
This preseason has been good. If y'all can tune in preseason. But it's been a minute. Thank you guys for watching and listening, guys. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you guys.
Go ahead.
Let me wrap this up. You were gonna say something.
No, go ahead. You can wrap it up.
All right. Thank you guys for listening to another episode of the Game Time Review podcast. Please leave a like on YouTube, leave 5 stars on Spotify. Subscribe on YouTube, follow us on Spotify. If you're feeling ever so generous, feel free to share the podcast with your friends, I guess family, whatever you want. Follow us on our socials. They will be linked down in the description. And we hope you guys have a good rest of your day or night.
Again, thank you guys for watching and listening. Peace.
All right. Peace.